I get it. People get offended when I talk about quote unquote slave wage jobs. And I call them slave wage jobs because that's what they are. I mean, come on. I mean, let's not sugarcoat anything. The average working person uh, makes just enough just to get by. They're struggling. They're living an impoverished life. So let's just keep it real and just call a spade for what is a spade. You know what I'm saying? And this is what all has been designed by these globalist pigs to get richer while the average person gets poor. That's what's going on. So let's stop fronting about what's going on. Now, if you happen to work one of these jobs, there's something that you can do about it. Yes, there is something that you can do about it. And I've stated it. I've stated it over and over and over again. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. If you truly, genuinely love what you do, I don't care what you do. I've met people that pack meat, working Pilgrim's Pride meat packing, and they love what they do. They've been there 10, 20, 30 years. They love what they do. Who am I to say anything against what they do? They get up and they work, right? They love what they do, right? That's how it works, right? Who am I to pass judgment on anybody that works any job, provided that they love what they do? Now, if you're working a job, I don't care whether it's a high-end job or a low-end job, it does not matter. If you don't like what you do, if you're miserable when you get up and you go to work, then you're a slave. You're a person that's in a situation that is bad for your health. And the difference is that if you don't like it, don't complain about it. Don't complain about it. Don't get triggered by it. Do something about it. I've stated over and over again, I came from a high-end corporate job. I've showed the business cards. I can show my resume. Unlike Rufus, he can't do any of that. But I've showed this to prove to you that I walked away from a good life, but I wasn't happy once I realized and came to the knowledge of the truth. And so I needed to change. I needed to do something different. And so therefore, I walked away from a house. I walked away from a rental property. I walked away from a nice job. I walked away from a family. I walked away from friends. I walked away from children. I walked away from all of these things to start anew. And I'm so blessed and thankful that I was able to come out and make something and produce something that I did not have before. And that was freedom, peace, and happiness, because I couldn't get it working for somebody else. I say all that to say again, if you love what you do, I don't care what you do. If you work at Walmart or you're a chief executive and you love what you do, then hey, work that shit. Be happy at what you do. But if you do not love what you do, if you go and all you're doing is murmuring, griping, and complaining, and you're miserable and everything, do something about it. Don't complain, do something. That's the difference between the two. Doesn't matter how much you're making. If you love what you do it. If you don't, change. And that's what a lot of people, that's why they're triggered, that's why they're offended, because they know whether it's a high-end or low-end job, they know that they're doing something that they don't like to do, that they don't want to do, but they ain't got the heart to get up and do anything about it.